So we have a war in the Middle East with Israel attacking Iran and Iran responding. This was done with the blessing of the Trump administration. How are Democrats responding? Well, let's check in on House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries.
Hopeful that cooler heads will prevail in the Middle East and the situation is de-escalated. We certainly believe that Iran should never be allowed to become nuclear capable. They are an enemy not just to Israel, but to the United States and to the free world. But we also want to see a reduction in hostilities.
Okay. So Hakeem Jeffries basically has the Trump administration's position. That's essentially what he is saying. Iran shouldn't have a nuclear weapon, and we want to have a reduction in hostilities, but the hostilities are happening because Israel attacked Iran with U.S. support. And does Hakeem Jeffries or any other prominent Democrat have a problem with that? Well, a few of them have been somewhat critical, but no one's willing really to take on Israel. And in fact, a former advisor to Kamala Harris even said that, in her opinion, Trump is not being supportive enough of Israel. Hallie Soifer is a former aide to Kamala Harris, and this was her take. The statement from Secretary Rubio conveys that Israel struck Iran without the umbrella of American support. While Biden twice deployed U.S. troops and resources to defend Israel against direct Iranian strikes last year, Trump isn't promising Israel defense against an Iranian counterstrike, though it's clearly planning for one. Grateful that successive Democratic administrations have provided Israel with the means to defend itself. And what she's referring to there is a statement from Marco Rubio saying that basically that the U.S. was not involved in the Israeli strike. And the critique from this former aide to Kamala Harris is not that Israel could not have carried this out without at least the U.S.'s blessing, and the U.S. did not seriously pursue diplomacy. It's that Trump isn't supporting Israeli aggression enough, unlike previous Democratic Party administrations. And Max Blumenthal comments on this. He says Kamala's former national security advisor argues that her former boss would have been more directly involved in assaulting Iran on Israel's behalf than Trump has been. That is the argument that this former Kamala aide wants to make. And look, while Trump now owns this attack, he facilitated it. He pretended to be interested in diplomacy while endorsing all of Israel's maximalist demands that made a deal impossible, including no uranium enrichment at all for Iran. And Trump gave the green light for this. Democrats played a major role in this too, because what did they do? Under Joe Biden, they gave Israel the green light to commit mass murder. They gave Israel the green light to expand its aggression to Lebanon. They gave Israel the green light to provoke Iran by bombing the Iranian diplomatic consulate in Syria. That's what triggered the entire exchange of hostilities between Iran and Israel when Israel attacked an Iranian diplomatic facility in Damascus last year. That was all Joe Biden. And now Donald Trump has picked up the baton. And some Democrats' only critique is that Trump is still not being supportive enough of Israeli aggression.
Come see us on tour in Glasgow, Manchester, Belfast, Dublin, Liverpool, Birmingham, and London. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.